When I was back in college reading Latin poetry in my classes, there was this little phrase that used to be used all the time, Metri, Causa, which essentially translates to for the sake of the meter or because of the meter. Meter being the sort of poetic rhythm or the rhythmic structure that these poets were working in. Most of the time this would be used when there was some weird feature in a poem, right? A weird word, a weird phrasing, the grammar was funky, the logic of it was funky, something like that. We didn't really have a great explanation. When you asked your teacher, why does it sound like that? Why did he use the dative there instead of the ablative? Why did he use that vocab word and not this vocab word? It always struck me as just we don't know. We don't really have a specific reason for why this peculiar choice was made, so Metri Causa, they did it because of the meter. And that always kind of used to strike me as a little bit of a cop-out at the time. This idea of, well, we don't know, so we're just gonna say, it's because rhythm. And here's the thing, now that I'm writing a lot of music and writing a lot of lyrics, which has to fit to a particular rhyme scheme, rhythm scheme, etc., I feel like I keep running into this concept of Metri Causa over and over and over again. It's most prevalent whenever I'm trying to write lyrics with someone else, because they'll propose some kind of lyric or propose some kind of line, and I can't give an exact reason why that's not quite the way I would like it to sound, but it's just, like, the vibes are off. There's a certain itch about them that's not quite right, that my brain is just at the back here going like, not that, that's not the line, keep trying. And I can never put an exact finger on it or tell them like, well, this is why, or that's why. There's a certain quality of smoothness and perfection when you've achieved a good lyric line, or like a perfect lyric line, that you feel it. It kind of hits you in your gut. You know this. You'll recognize it when you hear songs and you're like, oh, that hit just right? And like, that's the quality that I'm always looking to achieve in lyrics. It's difficult to do though. It's almost there's a sort of je ne sais quoi about it. It's difficult to try and explain to people like, that line is good, and it gets across exactly what you're trying to say, but it just doesn't sound right. Like there's something sound-wise, rhythmically. I'll give you an example. So I am right now working on a song that's very much, I've been listening to a lot of Queen. I've been listening to I'm Still Standing, kind of stuff in that genre. So as I'm writing that kind of stuff, I ended up using the allegory of the cave because of course Plato would show up in here. You wouldn't think it would make sense, and yet somehow. My original line that I wrote that's just something's off about it says, don't hold me back now. I'm breaking the chains, won't be a shadow on the walls of the cave. Which is like, good, it gets across exactly what I want, it's getting at the imagery I'm trying to do, but when you sing it, there's something not quite there. There's just so many consonants in I'm breaking the chains, won't be a shadow. There's so many consonants in there. I think it's that it gets a little bit muddy. I think that's what it is. Metri Causa, right? Don't hold me back now. I'm breaking the chains, won't be a shadow on the walls of the cave. Versus the one I've actually chosen, which has less consonants, and so it flows better with the fast tempo. Metri Causa. Don't hold me back now, 'cause I ain't gonna stay another shadow on the walls of the cave. I don't know, there's something about the second one that's just it just hits a little bit cleaner, hits a little bit nicer. I don't know what exactly it is, but Metri Causa. That's gonna be my new catchphrase from now on when people ask me why I have chosen the lyrics I've chosen. Metri Causa, you guys. Okay, now that all of that is done, I know you're actually here for the music, so let me give you a taste.
So run, darling, run, baby, won't you run, darling, run, babe. I've never heard that crowd scream my name. I keep on going till I find a little fortune and fame. Keep on, yeah, keep on. Don't hold me back now, 'cause I ain't gonna stay another shadow on the walls of the cave. I told a whole lot of people I love goodbye. I tried to begging and a pleading, then I left them behind. So run, darling, run, baby, won't you run, darling, run, babe. You gotta keep on pushing toward that light. You'll never make it to the top if you're afraid of the climb. So keep on, yeah, keep on. sarcasm.